think we can really properly define what land and local spirits are, because it always depends on which culture you're looking at and what time you're looking at. And depending on that, people called these spirits different names, they had different associations with it, they had different relationships with them, they worked with them in different ways and for different things. And some cultures don't even really acknowledge them, or only acknowledge one, or they will acknowledge them both as the same kinds of beings. So there is really no the definition. So in this video, I'm going to only give you my own definition, and then I am going to tell you what I personally know from pre-Christian Scandinavia as well as Scandinavian folklore. So my own definition of land and local spirits. First of all, I think they are similar but still different. So they are similar but not the same, and sometimes they can kind of overlap. I always feel like categorizing spirits is pretty hard, and sometimes these kinds of definitions or categories will kind of overlap or seamlessly merge with each other. And I think that's the case with land and local spirits. So they are similar, but they are still different, but some spirits could potentially be categorized as both at the same time. I would say about both of these types of spirits that they are very closely tied to the physical realm. I kind of feel like some spirits are more removed from the physical, so they are very much a part of the other worlds. But I feel like with local spirits and land spirits, they are very, very close to the physical realm. So while we can't like perceive them physically, because then we would be able to constantly see and touch and hear them, so they are not physical, but they are still closer to our physical world than other spirits are. And that is because both of them are tied to a specific area. So first of all, let us look at local spirits, which are sometimes also called genius loci, which is simply Latin for spirits of a place. These spirits are tied to a physical location. That is why they are called spirit of place, because they are tied to a specific location. And depending on how you look at it, some people see the spirit as a spirit that inhabits that location. If we're looking at, for example, a graveyard spirit, that's a very, very classic example for a local spirit. And depending on how you look at it, you could see this spirit either inhabiting the graveyard. So for example, this could be the first person that was ever buried in this graveyard. A lot of times this spirit will become the spirit of that graveyard. Or it could be the spirit that kind of represents